That night, Tupac was supposed to perform at a club in New Jersey later that night.
Right.
The night of the alleged rape. He was supposed to go to a club in New Jersey. Earlier that day, Moby and two of his friends were hanging out with Tupac inside their hotel. And that night, they were going to go with him.
People that may not be familiar with the situation, from what he met this girl in a nightclub.
Nells. You're too young for Nells, but Nells was a spot.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, he meets her at a nightclub. He's basically goes to Nells. He was there with Haitian Jack, actually. Skipped the line with Haitian Jack. That night, New York Jet safety Ronnie Lott was there. New Jersey Nets forward Derek Coleman was there. Nells was a place that drew like celebrities. Mm-hmm. It's downstairs on the dance floor. I think Haitian Jack pointed it out. Tupac later kind of disparaged her looks, but she seems like a pretty woman. I don't know. But like, he basically goes up to her and he starts dancing with her. I think he put his hands in her pocket at one point, like kind of an old school weird move, but whatever. And she, it's funny, I interviewed the actor Wood Harris, because Wood Harris was in Above the Rim with Tupac.
He was there that night?
He was there that night. And he said, he was talking about seeing her give him a blowjob on the dance floor. And she did give him a blowjob on the dance floor. I mean, all indicators point to that. She gave him a blowjob on the dance floor. Yeah. And they went back to the hotel, his hotel, Parker Meridian. Yeah. They have sex. He called her back another time to come. He had an intermediary call, but she went back again. So like, she was a kid too. I mean, she was really young, and like, but he was too. And they had. I'm sure she thought it was pretty good. Like, it's Tupac. It's a fancy hotel. It's cool. They're sending a car to pick me up. This is great. I'm having sex with Tupac. Seems like a nice guy. The whole thing. But then the whole thing happens while the guys come in, and she. So the thing that happened that was interesting. I interviewed Moby. Do you know Moby?
Yeah, the producer.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think he ever told this story before. First of all, the weird thing about him, really nice guy. He's from Oakland, but for a long time he lived in my hometown of Mahopac, New York, which is middle of nowhere. It's very random that a hip hop producer from California lived in Mahopac, New York, in Putnam County, where there's literally nothing to do, but he lived there.
I always thought he was from New York. But go ahead.
Yeah, no. And okay. That night, Tupac was supposed to perform at a club in New Jersey later that night.
Right.
The night of the alleged rape. He was supposed to go to a club in New Jersey. Earlier that day, Moby and two of his friends were hanging out with Tupac inside their hotel. And that night, they were going to go with him to New Jersey. Okay. They pull up to the Parker Meridian that night to meet Tupac. And they were going to go up again to his hotel room. Well, there was no parking available, and valet parking was $50. And they were debating, the three of them, Moby and his two guys, is it worth parking? It's $50 fucking. That's a lot of money parking. They keep going back and forth, and they finally decide, we're not going to park and go up. It's just too expensive. Let's wait down here. So they're waiting outside the hotel. And Moby told me this. They see Ayanna Jackson come down with a police officer, with the police, because she called from the hotel. She called police to report the alleged. And a couple minutes earlier, I guess, an officer had asked them why they were there. And they're like, well, we're waiting for Tupac Shakur. So she comes down and she sees the officer standing next to, Moby sees the police officer standing next to Ayanna Jackson, and the officer pointing to the three of them and asking, kind of reading lips, by asking Ayanna Jackson if any of these men were recognizable. And he said to me, number one, the best decision I ever made in my life was not paying $50 for parking, because I would have been up there then. We would have been up there then.
Getting arrested, yeah.
Or just being in the room when all this is happening, or being in the environment. I'm not saying he would have done anything like that. I'm just saying it was a good. And number two, he was like, what if in that moment she mistaked us for someone? Or if she thought we're involved or whatever. He's like, so I remember her, like, she was like, no, like shook her head, like, no, they weren't involved. But he's like, there are a million different sliding door moments where we could have wound up in a really bad situation, and instead they didn't. So he actually was outside the Parker Meridian that night with his two friends, not paying $50 to valet park their car.
Wow.
It's crazy.
So
that's why you call everyone when you write a book. That's why you spread a wide net, because people have stories that maybe they've never told and never been asked about.
Right.
That was a pretty good one.
First of all, getting head on a dance floor is kind of crazy to me.
That does not happen to journalists, I can tell you that.
Yeah, but I'm trying to picture, like, I don't do too much clubs.
Yeah.
Now this is one thing. This is the '90s. There's no phones in people's hands, so
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody would be getting head. And,
Also, like
yeah.
this, would you really want a blowjob on the dance floor? Like, it's kind of weird, right?
I don't want people watching.
No,
me. Yeah.
no. What? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
No,
that's
I wouldn't
kinda
want that
crazy.
either. No.
Hey man, but sex, drugs, and rock and roll is a lifestyle. A lot of these entertainers.
Yeah, not sports writers.
right.
Coffee, sleep, and TV.
Yeah, but who was Pac's? I guess his road manager was it Man or Mouse? What's his
No, it was
Mouse?
Charles Fuller.
Yeah, but
Charles
what is
Fuller.
his nickname? I get confused.
It was
Man or Mouse Man?
Man.
Man.
Yeah, Man.
Yeah. So what was his? Did you speak to him, and what was his?
I didn't speak to him. I didn't talk to him, but Tupac apologized to him when he was when he read his final statement in front of the judge, because he felt like he dragged him into this. And even Ayanna Jackson, when asked, said that Charles Fuller didn't do anything.